and welcome to the Green Economy, where we discuss sustainable development. As we arrive towards COP28, that is to take place in Dubai, UAE, we also are trying to assess last year's goals of COP27. In regards to some of their goals, such as achieving net zero carbon dioxide by 2050, some of the youth in Uganda are deciding to come up with solutions. In this episode, we are bringing you a group of youth, young people in Uganda that are trying to turn water hyacinth into biogas to basically provide green energy solutions in Uganda.
Green energy, also known as renewable energy, refers to energy sources and technologies that are environmentally friendly and sustainable. These sources of energy are derived from natural processes that can be replenished, often without depleting finite resources or causing significant harm to the environment. Common forms of green energy include solar power, wind power, hydropower, geothermal energy, and biomass energy. These sources of energy are considered green because they produce little to no greenhouse gas emissions and have a lower environmental impact compared to fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. Green energy plays a crucial role in reducing carbon emissions and combating climate change. In this episode, we look at some of the solutions that are coming up in the green energy space. Biogas. Biogas is indeed considered a green energy source. It is produced through a process called anaerobic digestion, where organic materials such as agricultural waste, food scraps, and sewage sludge are broken down by bacteria in the absence of oxygen. This process generates biogas, which primarily consists of methane and carbon dioxide. Well, particularly for this case, we came across a group of young people that have invented production of biogas from water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is an invasive aquatic plant species that has been a significant issue in Lake Victoria, Uganda. This plant is a very disruptive species that has had very adverse effects on various aquatic ecosystems and a number of industrial sectors that depend on water bodies and their constituents. Water hyacinth can form dense mats on the water's surface, blocking sunlight from reaching native aquatic plants below. This disrupts the natural habitat and can harm native flora and fauna. These thick mats also limit the movement of fish and other aquatic organisms, reducing the overall biodiversity of the lake. Native species may struggle to survive or be pushed out by invasive plants. Water hyacinth can deplete oxygen levels in the water as it decomposes, leading to fish kills and other negative impacts on water quality. It can also release toxins, further harming aquatic life. The growth of water hyacinth can clog waterways, making navigation difficult for boats and hindering water transport, irrigation, and recreational activities. Stagnant water trapped by water hyacinth mats can become breeding grounds for mosquitoes, increasing the risk of vector-borne diseases like malaria and dengue. The presence of water hyacinth can lead to economic losses for local communities that depend on the lake for fishing, tourism, or agriculture, as it can reduce productivity and access to water resources. Sadly, controlling water hyacinth requires significant resources, including manual removal, herbicides, or biological control methods. These efforts can be expensive and may not always be successful. In an effort to remove water hyacinth from Lake Victoria to protect the environment yet utilize it, Erudites Uganda has resorted to turn water hyacinth, an unwanted water weed, to biogas in order to sustainably power various human activities. Well, let us look at how the biogas is obtained. During this activity of turning water hyacinth into biogas, some bioproducts are obtained, to which value is added and used for different activities. The bioslurry is treated and used as fertilizers for farming. Also, the water hyacinth is being used to produce feeds for poultry under this initiative. Discussing with this group of young people, they highlighted that while their project is in the pipeline, their biggest issue is funding, which they will need to bring their product onto the market so that they can earn as they protect the environment and combat climate change.
Hello, my name is Itha Amanda Bagaga. I am the founder and team lead at Erudites Uganda, a startup project that was birthed under the UNICEF Innovation Challenge 2023. So what we are doing in this project, we are converting the problematic water hyacinth and transforming it into green energy and fertilizer. The UNICEF challenge was one that required us, the young people, to come up with solutions to the current climate crisis. So we undertook a program called the I-Upshift methodology, where we actually had to identify a problem and look into the exact people mostly affected by this problem. So in our research, we realized that there is an issue of water hyacinth, and it's not just For a long time, it has been an issue just on the Lake Victoria. But if you look around, especially in areas that like Boise, that experience flooding, that are waterlogged, you mostly find it there. And when you study the water hyacinth and understand the challenges it presents, realize that it is a major contributor into the climate crisis. It is a floating water weed that produces a distinct purple flower at its flowering stage. So what it does is that when it rots, it causes silting, and this reduces water levels first of all, and that also fouls the breeding places of marine life, especially fish. So when we look back into statistics, realize that statistics reveal that it has reduced fish stocks by up to 46% on Lake Victoria. Yes, it has. So what it has done is that when it silts and it has decomposed and it is rotting, it deoxygenates water. And in the situation of deoxygenation, we are giving off methane. And in the climate crisis, methane is a very dangerous gas because it is considered as a greenhouse gas. So under the UNICEF challenge, we identified the water hyacinth, because for a long time, the water hyacinth, there are many projects that simply just removed it and had dumped it. But we decided, let's put it to use when we understood the value it can actually present to us, especially economic-wise. So we decided to first test it under the IAP-Shift methodology. We're actually required to test our solution to know whether it actually works. We had to come up with a prototype and then come up to a stage that we are at where we've tested our solution and realized that this hyacinth is actually able to give off gas that is able to cook. So in regards to renewable energy, this has been a very good feedstock for energy. Why? The water hyacinth has a high germination rate. It is able to grow as fast as 2 weeks from where you've picked it from. And it is able to cover a very wide area if left unchecked. So for us being able to pick this hyacinth off the lake, off where we're picking it from, and subjecting it to this anaerobic decomposition to give off gas is a very good pathway to the green energy spaces we are looking to get into. So what we start with, we first of all get it from the lake, from the waterways, and then cut it into pieces and feed it into our biogas plant. We have a place where it gets into from. And then we add some manure to introduce anaerobic bacteria, because anaerobic bacteria are very important in the process of anaerobic digestion. So we mix it together and then subject it. We feed this every day, but at the inception stage, we had to feed it together with the manure and leave it for about 21 days for the entire process to start. But after the 21 days, we simply just keep feeding the biogas plant every day. So at the very start, we had to identify some people to partner with to help us set up our biogas plant, to make our solution real, to get it out there, to get it running. So one of our partners was JEEP, Joint Energy Environment Program, that came in and helped us set up this biogas plant. So once this was set up, we had to wait 21 days. Why? After it was set up, we had to first introduce anaerobic bacteria into this setup. What we did was, for the first 21 days, we added manure and left it in here for 21 days for the entire process of anaerobic digestion. This is the part where we want methane to be given off. And the whole point of bringing in the manure is to bring these bacteria that are able to do this for us. So after the 21 days, we started feeding this biogas plant with our water hyacinth. What we do, we harvest it from the lake, from waterways, and cut it into pieces, so to expose it more to this bacteria so that it is able to work faster and give off this gas. And we feed it into our biogas plant, and then every day, every single day, because after the 21 days, it gave off the gas, and we started feeding in this hyacinth. So we have now, every day, it gives off biocellary as a byproduct, and it gives off the biogas as the main product. which we connect to the kitchen directly and able to cook directly from. Okay, so the biocellary given off is in liquid form. It is basically the end product of the anaerobic digestion process. It is a liquid form and it is it is a ready to use mixture for any vegetable garden, for gardens, and we have proved it. We have our demo gardens set up aside that we have able to realize that it is actually a very, very good effective fertilizer, and once diluted properly, it is also able to act as a pesticide. So the main product from this biogas, from this plant, is the biogas, which we are mostly interested in. We are able to pipe it directly to the kitchen for cooking. We have now just finished the production phase. We are now looking to go into the marketing phase where we are able to reach more people. We are looking, first of all, we are targeting an area like Kampala where we have over 77 households still relying on charcoal. So with our gas, we project that with gas on the market, we hope that our projections reveal that our gas will be cheaper by up to 70%. So we are targeting starting from an area like Kampala where we have over 70% households still relying on charcoal and firewood. We are targeting these households and we are looking to have this gas for those that are still working, those that live in apartments. We are looking to have this gas piped directly to their apartments, but we are also looking to also have it on a smaller scale, like in cylinders, where someone can use this gas in their home at their own convenience. This way, we are basically removing the problematic invasive species, the water hyacinth, from the lakes and waterways and transforming it into green energy, and while at the same time increasing income diversification so that we are able to make money out of this as young people.
Hello, my name is Fred Galabzi, co-founder Team Erudites Uganda. We are here, we do deal with water health, as my colleague has said. So other than producing gas as biogas, we also have bioproducts, and one of them it is biocellary, which is liquid in form. It is got from our biogas plant. The liquid itself, it contains more nutritious things which are good in farming, for those people who are carrying out urban farming, who have flowers at home. So this biocellary can be applied on those vegetables, those flowers, so that we can get food. And on top of that, it brings revenue to us as we, the youth. We are able to get money from selling it as it is. We sell it, we get money. So this helps us to be ready for the market and to help us to earn a living as we, the youth, who have innovated this thing, hence development in our country. This biocellary of ours, it can be used in many ways. It can be sprayed on plants, maybe maize, beans, or flowers, or still you can dilute it and pour into holes where you are going to plant your seeds. Maybe you are going to plant cassava, you pour it there before, then at the end you get more good yields of plants, cassava and potatoes and so on. Yeah. And still on top of that, the bioproducts we have feeds. We have feeds which we do get from dried water hyacinth. We get those feeds, we mix them with other food stuff, and we get nutritious components which could be used for, which is nutritious for poultry, goats and cows.
For the stakeholders out there, especially the government, look into this matter and see how initiatives and any creative solutions to protect the environment are funded and come to life.
Seeing this gives me hope that you can actually attain green energy solutions in Uganda. Keep it Smart 24 TV, where we drive your business, and we are channel 320 GOTV and 372 DSTV. We are located on plot 42 Nile Avenue, opposite Kingdom, Kampala. Keep it locked.